Hey everyone! So I've been tagged in a tag video, and the tag is My Life in Music. And I was tagged by Alhambra101, and this is a good tag for me to do because I really like music. I am the person where if you look over at someone's car at a red light, I'm the one that's like singing and dancing and rocking out in their car. So I'm kind of excited about this. Alright, so the first question is the first single you bought. And at first, when I heard the question, I was like, well, I don't really buy singles, I buy full albums. And then I remembered that I've bought individual songs off of Amazon Music, so I went back through and dug it up, and apparently the first song I ever bought on Amazon was Back in My Bed by Alyssa James, because I was working at DSW at the time, and they kept playing it on the music at work, and I kept getting it stuck in my head, and I used my SoundHound app when it was slow one day to have it listen to the song and figure out what it was, and I identified it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll buy the song. So, that is that. Then, first song you shared with your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, significant other, spouse. And so, it was actually him that shared it with me, but it was Lucky by Jason Mraz and Colby Collate. And I'd already heard the song before, and I like it, and it's a good song. Alright. Now this is an interesting question, and I don't expect people that I tag in this to answer this if you don't feel comfortable answering it. And it is artist you would sleep with. And initially I was like, probably Johnny Rzeznik of the Goo Goo Dolls, but only 90s Johnny Rzeznik, because he's older now. And then I changed my mind, and so my definitive answer would be Adam Dukowitz from Killswitch Engage. Alright. Song you hate. The song that I hate is Pepper by the Butthole Surfers. You can look it up and listen to it if you want, but I don't like it. Okay. And next question is, who got you into the music you like today? And for the most part, the answer to that is my brother Josh. We used to play a game called Name That Tune when we were younger, and basically he would go into Winamp and we would listen to a song for the first 30 seconds and have to identify who it was by and what song it was, so title and artist. So, and then obviously there have been people that I have dated that have gotten me into certain things or have revived my like for certain things. And then, first album you bought with your own money. And the answer to this is These Eyes by the Guess Who. Because at the time I was really into oldies, and this was like back when I was in elementary school, I think. So, and I got it at FYE. Album you could listen to the most. I still listen to this a lot, and it's probably one of my favorite albums, and that is Middle Cyclone by Nico Case. And I have actually done a vocal cover of one of her songs from that album, if you go and dig back into my videos. Okay. Favorite soundtrack. Now this is a really hard question, because there's movie soundtracks and game soundtracks, and I can't pick just one for either. So I'm gonna say, as far as, like, I really liked the Tarzan soundtrack with Phil Collins and NSYNC. I really liked that. I really liked Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I really liked that soundtrack. Like, those are probably my two favorite movie soundtracks. And then for games, I obviously love the Mega Man 2 soundtrack, some of the best music in some of the games that I've played ever. Then there's also, I really like the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, that has some really good music, and Final Fantasy IV. So those are my favorite game soundtracks. And then, I've reached the other side of the piece of paper. Song you dance to your partner with, or other half. And Matt and I don't really dance a lot in here, but I mean, we'll kind of goof around in the car, but for the most part, we don't really dance. So I guess that would be kind of anything. I don't know. Song you secretly like that gets you moving. And it's not a secret that I like the song, but I'm going to go with El Hombre Gordo's answer, which is I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters, because it's impossible to hear that song and not want to dance, which is funny because of the title of the song. First gig or concert you went to? So this would be default, injected, and must, and all of those are basically irrelevant very early 2000s bands. And it's funny because I looked on Wikipedia, like I searched for Injected to see if they even do anything anymore, and apparently they're putting out an album this year for the first time in like 15 years, so that's kind of strange. And yeah, so favorite gig or concert you went to? This was also hard to answer because I've been to a lot of different concerts. Last year was my first time seeing the Goo Goo Dolls, and probably my third or fourth time seeing Collective Soul, because it was Goo Goo Dolls and Collective Soul up at the Meadowbrook with my mom, and she'd just broken her foot, and we wound up we got to ride on one of the golf carts that they have there because she'd broken her foot, and I didn't want to make her walk, so I flagged someone down. I was like, please don't make my poor crippled mother walk. Or use her push scooter thing with her leg all the way over there, so that was nice. And then, who would you like to be on stage with? And for me, the answer is Neko Case, because I would totally, I'd be all over duetting with her, because she's awesome, and I love her voice. And what era would you have liked to have been born into? I'm actually kind of content with the era I was born into, because it was the 90s, but, well, I was born at the very late 80s. 88 is when I was born, but I grew up in the 90s, but if I had to be born in a different era, it would probably be like the 60s and 70s, just so I could be around back when Jimi Hendrix was still alive, because pretty awesome guitar player, and it would have been cool to have been around for Woodstock. What albums are you looking forward to? And for the most part, all the albums I was looking forward to have already come out. Killswitch put their new album out. Sevendust put out their new album. But I guess I'm looking forward to this new Injected album that's coming out for the first time in 15 years, which is going to be really weird. I don't even know what their style is going to be like anymore. Alright, and then I get to tag 4 people. So I am going to go with The Musical Nerd, Hoosier Nerd, Hathole Home Video, and Mike Tapp. Angry Unboxing Nerd, Mike Tapp. And just for funsies, in case he does watch my channel, because I'm not sure if he does, but Logan McCarthy, if you were watching this video, I would also like you to do My Life in Music. Alright. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. I know I said I was gonna do another Monkey Island episode, because I had the day off. I went to my parents' house, and I ate a bunch of food for Easter dinner, and I came home and took a really long nap and slept until like 11 p.m. because I'm horrible. So, I will be doing another Monkey Island video after this. So, thank you all for watching, and have a good one. Bye. Forgot to do my spiel at the end. If your subscriptions aren't blocked or set to private, you'll make it on my thank you to subscribers thing at the end of the video. I have a new person, so that's why I wanted to mention that. So, thank you all for watching again.